What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another Warhammer video for you guys today, and today is a bit of a juicy one. So today it's two factions against each other. Now I normally don't see this in Warhammer videos or Warhammer Online in general, but we've got our group of Lizardmen versus my opponent's group of Lizardmen, and it's going to be an intense fight. Now, for our army, we've got two groups of Croxagors here. You can see these big boys here, ready to swing their hammers, ready to swing their mallets. We've got two groups of skink skirmishers, mainly just for these poison attacks. Now, we are playing the SFO Grimhammer mod as well, guys, so there may be a couple of units you don't recognize. There's one right here, in fact. But yeah, just check them out. They are pretty good. Check the mod out as well. It's an awesome mod, and it definitely adds some balance and stuff like that to the game, and the new models are really cool. So we've got two groups of skink skirmishers. Then we've got one group of red-crested skinks, a group of Saurus spears with shields, the Honor Guard of Hexawaddle, which are a legendary unit which the Grimhammer mod adds, and these guys are pretty damn ferocious looking. So these guys have resilience, juggernaut, and area attacks. So pretty much what that entails is, you can see here, the resilience is resistant to taking damage. Who would have thought? Mainly with missile units. The juggernaut is hit reactions as well. So this is pretty much their mass. And then area attacks means they can hit multiple enemies of the same unit at the same time. So that's pretty cool. They've also got spawning vigor, so in melee they get extra vigor the longer they fight, as well as the incantation of Hexalotl, and I believe they've got Sky Wardens, yeah. Affects allies in range, which is 50% missile resistance. So we bring those guys along, and they're at the center of our army to mainly provide some missile resistance, but we didn't really formation them very well. We then also have two Bastiladons with the solar engines, just popping off some of that range damage, and we have Lord Croak and the red-crested Skink Chief on the Ancient Stegodon, ready to deal some damage. Up in the skies, we've got two groups of Ripidactyl Riders, and they're already in combat over here, and we've got, yeah, that's it actually, that's the rest of our army. As for my opponent, out the flanks here, he's got two groups of Skink Cohort, which is why we take that battle over there. He then has a front line of Saurus Spears and Warriors. He also has two Bastiladons with the Solar Engine, a Feral Stegodon, a Skink Priest of the Heavens on a Pterodon, and he then has Kroger on his Carnosaur, as well as two groups of Ripidactyls in the back and some Skinks over here as well. So guys, let's get the battle underway. We're going to leave these dudes just popping off on the front line, trying to get some damage in. You can see there, that was a very wide shot and we missed completely. Same goes for that one over there. But this is going to be a pretty big battle. We've got our red-crested Skink Chief already shooting in. These Ripidactyl Riders we didn't actually see. He always brings these Ripidactyl Riders and we never learn. Always forget about him. He moves his armies up, which pretty much just keeps them positioned there. So we're like, all right, do we want to keep marching? We'll keep marching. Our Croxagors we probably should have put in the front line. And it's at this moment we're like, let's charge, get those boys in there. And you can see these guys in here against the Saurus against the Saurus Warriors are going to be a great pick. These guys, like I said, do area attacks, so they are able to hit multiple units at the same time. But they have taken already quite a bit of damage. But here he goes, Croxcar is coming straight in, going straight for the red-crested Skink Chief. That is not a battle that we want to be in, because Krokar does have the anti-large, so we decided to pop Supreme Shield of the old one. Is it Supreme? It is Supreme Shield, so that gives us the 50% damage resist as well as missile damage resist. But you can see here, our red-crested Skink Chiefs are already taken out. So the Croxagors come in, they provide a bit of backup, but we didn't even see these Ripidactyl Riders. Always forget about them. And his Heavens Caster has gone over to assist those over there, so that they can take out our Ripidactyls. And here come his dive bombing straight in. Lord Croak did take a bit of damage, nothing amazing, but these Saurus Warriors over here are already pretty much taken out for. And yeah, it's just a massive skirmish right now. Our Lord is pretty much caught up in these Ripidactyls, but I think we can hold it. We got pop the Warrior's Crest, giving us the extra melee defense and melee attack. Probably should have popped that on Krogar, but he's coming in again, anti-large, taking on these Croxagors, and he will just smack these guys into next week. Does have the anti-large. These guys do classify as anti-large, and they do rampage, which is absolutely horrible for us. But Bastiladons with the solar engines are under attack as well from the Saurus Warriors, except for this one. I don't know what he's firing at this stage, but you can see here my opponent does have the bar in his favor, and my opponent just does use his Krokar's missile attack. I can't actually remember what it's called, but it does deal a decent amount of damage to Lord Croak. You can see there, Lord Croak's pretty much dead. We haven't popped any deliverances of pizzas, but I think we're about to pop one here. Is that a deliverance of pizza coming in? I'm waiting for it. Is it coming in? What was that? That wasn't even a deliverance of pizza. I don't know what that was. Lord Croak, what are you doing to me, mate? So we've got the Red Crested Skin Chief in combat with Krokgar again, but he does pop Deadly Onslaught and the Saurus Spears. There we go. There's a deliverance of pizza. I don't think we really get too many units, which is a shame. Croxagores are coming in, and Lord Croak is just getting hammered on by these Saurus warriors, and they are doing damage to him. He's almost out, and you can see here that we really don't have much left. Like, there's really not much on our in our favor here. We've got these guys, the Temple Guard of the Honor Guard of Hexalotl, and they're not doing very good. But oh, my opponent brought an Article of Cjthecheesedj. I didn't actually notice that. I thought it was a solar engine. But yeah, things aren't looking too good for our Red Crested Skin Chief here. He does pop Foe Seeker. We do pop Ancient Mind on the Honor Guard just to try and round our dudes up, give him Unbreakable. And what is this? Lord Croak he's still alive barely, but we do pop a Supreme Shield of the old ones again, just before he's able to go down, because Lord Croak Daddy, he's going down. Look at him, 442 health. He's gonna die. He's unbreakable, but that's not gonna save him here. The Skink Caster is coming in as well. I decided to switch these guys over into melee as well to bring them into the fray, and the Feral Stegodon is gonna do some damage to Lord Croak. But our Red Crested Skin Chief here, he's putting up a fight. Like, he's holding against Krokgar, considering Krokgar has the anti-large. He's holding pretty good. But my opponent just... And there goes Croak Daddy. He just dies. He's getting sent off to the heavens. Poor Croak. But yeah, that's pretty much bad news for us, because that was a big area clearing effect. And we do pop Curse of the Midnight Wind on our opponent, but they do manage to get out of it. And right now, we're just trying to chase down Krokgar. My whole thinking is, if we can shut down Krokgar, we might have a chance of coming back from this. But you can already see here, some of our units are shattering and breaking. Our Bastiladon with the Solar Engine is in melee combat, which we probably should have kept him on ranged. Red Crested Skin Chief, he's coming over. He sees these Saurus warriors by themselves. We're like, let's get into this fight. Let's shut these boys down. And there is another huge missile attack from Krokgar. And that deals a heap of damage to us. And that pretty much causes us to start wavering. But what have we got anchoring us? We've got a Bastiladon with the Solar Engine. I think we've got our Honor Guard still fighting over here. But these guys, I feel like they definitely did not pay for themselves. These guys are a legendary unit. So these guys are really, really expensive. And they just did not do anything, I feel. So pretty much we are out. Like, all we've got is the Bastiladon. And what is else? That's it, I think. The Bastiladon, we've got a group of Croxagores over here. But, like, there's really not much hope for us here. It is pretty much over. Our opponent's army is huge. Like, look at it in comparison. We've still got our Bastiladons firing on Krokgar, but he's over here. He's taken on the Red Crested Skin Chief, and he's still taking damage. Like, Krokgar is taking damage from our Bastiladons. And just like that, the Red Crested Skin Chief goes down for the count. Poor little Dinosaur. Poor Ancient Stegodon. Krokgar comes out of that one victorious. Look at him doing his little victory roar. Having a little munch on the corpse there. And just like that, that is pretty much it for us. Like, there's no way we'll be able to come back from this. We've got the group of Croxagores. They're in battle with the Feral Stegodon. Not much hope for us there, though. And we've still got this guy over here. He's holding his own. He's still on full health. He's going into melee combat with the Ark of Cjthecheesedj. And we've still got the Honor Guard of Hexalotl. They're still there. They're still holding. And this guy's just popping off. That was a bit of friendly fire on our own dudes. But there's just way too much for us to take on. Like, Krokgar's still alive. He'll be able to munch down on our Bastiladons. What was that popping? And just like that, it's over, guys, unfortunately. So, guys, let's take a look at the stats. Let's see who did what. Honestly, I feel like that was a really bad match for us. We didn't do good at all. I think it was mainly due to our picks. Our Bastiladons definitely did good. I think we just needed a wider range of infantry and should have probably pissed off the Honor Guard of Hexalotl, because they definitely did not pay for themselves, which is a bit of a shame. So, guys, that's going to wrap up the video here today. Let me know what you thought of it down below in the comments. Let me know whether or not you enjoyed it. But other than that, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.